Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7.
Good morning.
Grand Rising Kings and Queens. Get ready to wake and bake with Marge.
And Lex.
All right, now, welcome to the M.O.A.R show. Grab your
Yes.
drink and let's wake and bake and get started.
Your phone is.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm number one tuner. I'm my number one fan.
Okay. Yes, as we should be. You understand?
How is everybody doing this morning?
Yes.
You scoot towards me. See.
Oh,
All right.
see, because I was on the other end. All right.
No, see.
All right, y'all. We getting situated this morning. Today's date is November 15th, 2021. Yes.
Awesome day. Marvelous day. It's cold outside, but it's marvelous out here.
We are now in the brink of winter, okay? Y'all love that snow that we got yesterday?
No. I did love that it turned into water. It was awesome because I was like, I'm not ready for inches at all. Like, not even a little bit. So it was definitely like I woke up and stretched and was like, oh, this is gonna be an awesome day. And it was quite disappointing. I've been summer baby, so don't ask my opinion. I'm biased. I'm definitely against the winter time. It's totally fine.
All right, now. So today's word is sensate.
Yes.
Perceiving or perceived to which is feeling related to or apprehended senses.
And that covers all senses, folks. For those who didn't know, we're talking all 5 senses.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, time for call to action, you guys. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button.
And
Don't forget
subscribe.
to share with your friends and family. We need you guys to make sure that you please go ahead and like 7 Mile Radio. We need you to go ahead and like that page. And once
And tune in
again,
with us every Monday, so we can get your week right. Most definitely.
you gotta tune in with us, but
Awesome.
the only way you're gonna tune in is if you go to 7 Mile Radio. Understand? And don't forget to comment below about the suggestions or anything that you may feel like you want to hear us talk about. We love the suggestions. We love when you guys, comment and just give us
Your feedback.
Definitely your feedback. It is definitely needed. That's how we stay in communication with one another. Definitely. So last week we unfortunately weren't able to give you all a show. We had a little technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying? But this week we're going to go ahead and finish out our last Law of Attraction part 3, and we're going to head into our next topics. But as we were saying with the word of today, sensate, going with your mind on following the law of attraction is pretty much your mindset. I read this quote this morning. Let me find it. I read a quote this morning and it definitely touched on what I wanted to say to you guys. As far as the mindset, man, I can't find it. Oh my goodness. I mean, it literally touched on exactly what this word sensate was. But you had something, you was telling me something last week as far as the word sensate. What was it that you had gathered?
About all the different senses and how some people use the sense of touch. Some of us use eyesight, sense of smell, vibes. Because, we had a small debate about senses and what we was going to discuss.
We did.
It's always a good collab, for sure.
Definitely.
It's interesting that y'all talk about this, not to cut you off. Well, no, matter of fact, go ahead and finish. I had an interesting point about the senses that y'all done over there.
Yeah, but we were saying, how we were able to come to an agreement was some people, their senses are like hands on, or I gotta see it to believe it. And some people, you walk in the room and I can tell you all 5 of those people, something off with them, and I'm ready to go. And you always got that one person that's like, I'm not feeling the vibe, and you be like, you always ruining stuff, and it's like, no, they're a sensei. They're tapping into their senses. They, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a survival mechanism. Excuse me, y'all. My allergies kicking in. It's definitely a survival mechanism in the senses they keep you alive. They keep you out of different situations, away from certain people. You know, that gut feeling. Sometimes we ignore it. Sometimes we take heed, and it's all many forms of walk of life in this earth. So we all definitely tap into them differently. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
This observation that I made about senses a long time ago, right? How they say that we have 5 senses, right? Touch, taste, smell, hearing, and what? Touch, taste, smell, feeling, smelling,
And
hearing, all of that, right? But if you think about it, all of those senses actually revolve around the sense of touch.
very much.
I mean, so it's like, are those all the sense of touch? The light has to touch your eye for you to receive it, and scent has to touch your nose, the taste has to touch your mouth, okay, the sound has to touch your eardrums, and, you know, of course, someone would have to touch you physically for you to feel it. So all of those is really the sense of touch. So what are the other 4 senses that we have that they didn't tell us about? 'Cause that's all touch.
Well, that goes to our schooling.
And literally, he took it out of my mouth because sensate focus is mindfulness for touch. Because it is intentional without expectations. You know, judgment or pressure to be present. You know what I'm saying? So literally, sensate is not the same as spectering with someone who is normal to being in your head, but it can also be problematic to focus on, you know, your insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Most people, and that's the problem, as I was saying, with the mindset, it's all about your mindset from the moment you wake up. That's what I found. This morning I seen it. It said, to the moment you rest your head at night, everything is up to you. Your emotions, your thoughts, your perceptions, your reactions, every moment. And it's no lie. And literally, like Mark said, it goes back to touch. It never goes away from saying that every day you just gotta take it, advance it from the day before. Literally,
you can't live in. Listen, we can't take back what happened yesterday, and it's hard to, you know, when we make bad decisions, we ponder on it, but we can't do nothing about it. That's the glory of life. You get a second chance every day when you wake up to do something differently, and so I'm totally in agreement with that. Don't ponder on yesterday, and don't worry about the next day. Worry about the now, because the now gonna get you where you need to be at. You know, definitely. I get lost worrying about the week, the week in advance, the month. If I take it day by day, it's better for me. You know, someone said something that really touched me, because we made a comment about mind over matter. I'm not sure which show it was. Could have been our first one. You know, we only had a few of them. Hey, but anyway, you know, and we said mind over matter.
Definitely.
And so I need to, I would like to reiterate on that just a little bit.
Definitely. Go ahead.
Because I feel like we were a little insensitive to some people. And so, you know, some people, like us, case example, we got tough skins, and we, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even about having a tough skin. Because I myself, even though I consider myself a tough person, I'm very sensitive. So, we have our family, and I'm gonna call them family because we don't know people by name, so we just talking to everybody. We all family and God.
Literally.
You know, when you dealing with mental illness, it's not mind over matter. Sometimes it is, and that helps you get through the moment. But sometimes you have some people who really need that extra help, or that extra mile, or that extra support, because they can't do it on their own. And so sometimes when mind over matter is not enough, you know, it's okay. It's not saying that you're weak, you're lacking something of, you don't have something that, you know what I'm saying, that like you're less than somebody else. We definitely were not saying that. We commend the people who, you know what I'm saying, you get up every day. Just waking up. I did that, and that's all you did for the day. Good job. That's an accomplishment.
A lot of people are struggling with that. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of people who, you know, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you
My
good.
apologies, Queen. But I mean, it's kind of a little off topic, but on topic. You know, a lot of people is dealing with COVID and, you know, overcoming COVID and symptoms and things like that. Now, me, I have a different perspective of the COVID and whatnot, you know, but for a lot of people, they were tested, you know, and they had caught COVID and, you know, they don't feel like they self. You know, I know people personally who, you know, who are business owners and whatnot, but just don't feel as motivated or energetic or even creative. They creative juices aren't even flowing, you know, because
That retrograde kicking in.
I mean, and I don't even feel like it's retrograde. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like, you know, like you said, with people overcoming different things right now, it's just they mental. Everybody need time to take the step back and just understand that whatever you do to overcome your slump, your slumber, or whatever it is that you're going through, that's your mindset. That's what's keeping you pushing forward. You know, that's what's giving you the strength to keep going forward, because you are your own motivation. And we have to stay as our own motivation even when we're going through the toughest times. You know, we losing our family, you know, and we feel like we so lost in this world. And, you know, I concur with the people who feel like they kind of lost, but have to keep going and make it, you know, just keep going another day, because, you know, you can't stop.
No, you can't never stop. That's the thing. Even when we have bad days, it's days that I don't want to get out the bed. It's days when it's hard for me to complete a task. There's some days I'm Superman. I can do my job, your job, and the next person's job. And then there's some days me getting out the bed, washing my ass, and combing my hair is a chore. And, you know, and that consists of my day. And that's all I'm going to get done. Oh, my kids going to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a struggle. And that's okay. You know,
It
and
is.
then
It's
learning
totally
that
okay.
it's okay. And that, you know, some people going to judge you. Like, why you can't do this? Well, I did this. And, okay, so that's good for you. Okay, that's good for you.
Seriously.
But me, this is where I am at. And my grandmother said she's a minister. And yesterday she was minister. And like she said, it don't matter how old you are, no matter where you at, your accomplishment is your accomplishment. You're never too old to accomplish anything. You know, we always in a rush. Oh, you gotta go to school, you gotta get out of school, you gotta go do this, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have your career by 25, you gotta do this. Listen, breathe, woosah. I ain't saying just don't do nothing with your life, or oh, you got time, you know. But at the same time, if you just don't know what you're supposed to be doing, sometimes it's okay to just sit back and be quiet. And, you know.
But keep yourself educated.
Keep yourself educated, of course.
Don't sit back and be complacent. Don't sit back
That's
and
the
be a
difference.
lackluster.
Yeah.
If you don't know where you want to go in life, it's so many different educational things out here, like our motivational podcast. There are other motivational podcasts.
Good morning. Good morning.
There, you know, it's definitely different things that you can do to keep yourself motivated or keep yourself pushing forward, because no decade should be the same as the last.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, I mean, think about it. You see somebody you ain't seen in 10, 15 years, and you be like, hey, how you doing?
And they still doing the same.
What you, you know, like, what you up to? I ain't doing nothing. Just, you know, just waiting to move forward and looking to see what's going to be given to me. I'm not really putting in no effort to make a difference in my life, but I'm just waiting to see who gonna give me a handout, you know.
So, you heard of any resources?
Who gonna front me something so I can move forward, you know. But then it is, and not saying, and I'm not being judgmental. I promise you I'm not being judgmental, but you are not supposed to stay the same.
Mm-mm.
You are not supposed to stay the same. Change is important. It's pertinent to your character. It's pertinent to who you will be in the future. Who you are supposed to be. Not the future, but who you are defined. Who you are destined to be. You understand? So, I know change is uncomfortable. I know change is painful. I know change is different from what you used to.
Yeah.
But it's necessary. And that's why I say changing your mindset is necessary. You cannot keep yourself in the mindset of saying, oh man, it's always something that's happening. I mean, of course it's always something that's happening, but what you gonna do about it? What can you do to come up with a solution and change that situation?
Yeah, so Laura just commented, it's an individual journey. You can't take a fish to a tree and be mad the fish can't climb. That fish was created to swim. Everyone is not a squirrel. Be you. That's what's up. Be your own self, your own individual, and move at your. What they say, don't keep up with the Joneses.
Not at all. You can't keep up with the Joneses. Keep up with yourself.
You gotta have a. Let's start creating villages for people. See, we tell everybody, hey, you gotta be strong-minded. You gotta think differently. But if I stick you in a room with 20 people that think that the world's gonna do in the end and there is no, you know what I'm saying, this is the best that you can do, you become a product of your environment. So you always around negative Nancy people or people who are like, just, before they smile and congratulate you, they got a frown on their face, or it takes them, it's a pause. You know what I'm saying? Those people, it makes sense what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Hey, instead of saying, hey, how you doing? I miss you. They like, oh, hey, what up? You know what I'm saying? Then 15 minutes into the conversation, oh my God, I can't believe you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, we ain't never left. But it's learning, even myself, people that's too happy sometimes, I'm like, why you so nice? Why you so happy? You know what I'm saying? But that's something within myself. You know what I'm saying? Why you not happy? Why you not? Ain't nothing wrong with them. What's wrong with you? And so, and it also ties into law of attraction, because law of attraction is I am that I am that I am. In my mind, that's my opinion, my personal opinion. That's not the Webster Dictionary. That's my opinion. I am that I am. And when you think with that mindset, and I'm not worried about what Marge or Mark or everybody else is doing, if I worry about what Lex is doing.
That's right.
I can start to see accomplishments. Even accomplishments I didn't even set for myself.
And that's in every facet of life.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Don't worry about what other people is doing. And don't even worry about what other people is saying. Do what you need to do for you.
Definitely. Good morning, Charmaine.
Do what you need to
Laura.
do for you. You said that. What you say, Lex?
Do for yourself. Do worry about you when you, and this is what I mean when I say worry about you, because we grew up, everybody be like, worry about yourself. Your mama, I used to get told that a lot. Worry about yourself. Why you worried about what's going on over there? You know me, I'm worried about what's going on across the country. Worry about yourself. But when I say worry about yourself, if I snatch your pen out your hand right now, don't smack me. But you understand what I'm saying? But that shows what type of person I am. Now, how you react when I do that unkind thing to you, that is you worrying about yourself, because what I did, I'm going to have to answer for, whether it be somebody here on earth or whatever. I'm not going to trust and believe. People don't get away. It's always the people that do the most wrong. It seems like they're getting away with something. They're not getting away with nothing. Mm-mm. And the more you worry about how, I can't believe they're getting away with this, you setting yourself back 10 steps every time.
Yeah.
Worrying about them. When you say, okay, they winning, but then let me figure out how I can win. How can I do for myself? Mm-hmm. What can I do that can better my situation? Sometimes it is, what did I do wrong? What about me is attracting the unwanted things that I'm having in my life? What can I do differently? And taking self accountability, something that a lot of us do not possess. and it's free, and it's harmless, and it'll do your body a whole lot good. So it's just like drinking water. Try it, like seriously. And so you definitely have to be mindful, and I like I said, it helped me, so I feel like it'll help other people. When you know, I'm a nice person, I get stepped on a lot, and I'm like, dang, people always do me wrong. I'm gonna quit being a nice person. No, you don't quit being a nice person. You know what I'm saying? You keep being you. It's hard to keep giving when somebody keep taking. You know, I'm gonna give you a fair chance. I'm gonna give you a fair chance, and that same person did the same thing 10 other people did. People get discouraged. They're like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep putting myself out there. But no,
You gotta be careful helping people too much.
Oh yes,
sometimes.
I've learned that too. I've learned that. The
What
hard
you say,
way.
Mark?
Got to be careful helping people. Sometimes you could put yourself in a position where you wear yourself out. People are leeches. They'll take advantage of your help, and now they'll become accustomed to your help to the point where now when you run out of whatever it is that you're helping with, it's not even that you don't want to do it anymore. It's that you can't do it. Now you're the bad guy because they become dependent on your help. They become dependent on that thing that you do for them. So now it's like you've always been there. What's the problem now? And they don't understand that you can't do it. Like
They're
I said,
just
it's
used
not.
to you doing
I can. I'm out of this thing that I've depreciated my
I've
inventory.
exacerbated.
I've exhausted my resources. I've exhausted my resources with you, and I don't even have it for myself now. So I need to save up for myself because I need to. Like I'm not just here for everybody's disposal.
Yeah.
I'm not the emotional
I'm
support
human.
pet.
Swear.
And I need some support pack myself. Thank you very much.
Listen, I'm on life support, and I'm giving myself the
Yep.
life support.
That's what
You
Charmaine
understand?
said. You gotta give to yourself before you give to somebody else, and that's true. That's even with your kids, and even with your parents, anybody. And
You
I'm
gotta
learning
make sure.
that.
I mean, if you ever been on the airplane, you ever been on the airplane? Y'all been on the plane?
As a
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Key case in point. As a kid, if you ever been on there with a kid, okay, the adult, when they tell you if something goes down in case of an emergency, when that shit drop down out the ceiling, you hook yourself up first,
Yep. And then your kids.
then your kid.
Yeah.
Because if you do your kid, and then something happened to you and you incapacitated and knocked out, now your kid ain't got no help.
Right.
So now you gotta make sure that you able to help. So make sure that you straight first. Because if you can't help nobody, you can't even help you.
You're right. You're right. But, here's that empath. Won't understand that.
I don't sometimes, like I tell myself I ain't gonna help people. Or like I've been doing real good with not giving people, when you go to the gas station or especially the freeways, and giving people $1 or
There's a thin line between being an empath and being gullible. As far as what I see, like they could be confused for the same thing if you lay them on paper next to each other and write down the list of what the components of what these two people are made of. As far as they damn near the same thing. You know what I mean? So you just have to watch
In a way,
yourself
yeah,
when you're being generous or when you're being loving or empathetic.
especially
to
when a
something.
person take advantage or like
It's easy to be
you
taken
get
advantage
hurt
of in that
or they
situation.
take away from you and now you got to start over. Helping should not, when you help somebody, it shouldn't take away from what you already have. Helping somebody else should not destroy what you already have. If I come and help you, my car and house should still be standing, or I shouldn't be in a situation where I'm frustrated myself now.
Yeah, that's an indicator to you if you should be doing it or not. Because if me helping you costs me too much,
And listen.
or if you're angry about it, like if
Listen.
someone, you know what I'm saying. If you're angry about it, why are you even doing it? I don't even.
But it's leeching, envious, and so many other things that comes into the multitude of just being a vindictive person that don't and spiteful. Because I know too many people who have lended a hand to somebody.
Good morning, Miss Isha.
Lended a hand to somebody. I'm talking about gave a whole house to somebody, and whoever stayed in their house, I mean, if it wasn't going to the neighbor, getting the neighbor to come cut up on them and vandalize their car, their house, antagonize them, or somebody destroying their house, like completely, like I'm talking about depreciating the whole residence to where the person and their family shouldn't even be in this place, but this is the only place they have. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many people out here that's leeches that y'all gotta be weary, because us empaths, we give.
And that just goes back to what he said, though. People who take advantage, and it's just like a person who live in low income, and they taking it. I ain't saying everybody, so don't attack me.
Yeah.
Okay, but some people, and I think we all can agree, have gotten comfortable with paying $0 rent. So why would I go get a job? Because they're gonna raise my rent. Well, you only gonna have to pay $44. Yeah, but my rent.
So welfare could be more so of a handicap than some
but
people
that's what I'm
using
saying.
that
It
crutch.
goes side to side with like you said, with a person who is an empath or a gullible person. Number one, I ain't gullible. I don't feel like I'm gullible.
I'm 95%.
But I'm definitely do dumb.
It's a thin line.
I definitely be tap dancing on that line though, for sure. So I can admit that, right? I always told you I'm keeping 100, right? So, but at the same time, what he said, that's all I'm saying is like people get so comfortable and content with you helping them, they almost like you the first of the month check. I'm waiting on you, and you ain't come through, so now you done fucked up my plans. And you got those people who be mad at you because I counted on you. No. You ain't shit. But I
stop counting my pockets. Stop counting. Stop counting my blessings.
Them be the worst ones.
My blessings ain't your blessings.
Mm-hmm. Man, people.
Good morning, King Demetrius.
I hear. What is the remark I hear people say?
Definitely true.
Like it's enough in the world for everybody. You know what I'm saying? When they look at something that somebody else may have, and they feel like that they should be entitled to a piece of your shit.
You hear me?
It's enough in the world for everybody. But yeah, exactly. It's enough in the world for everybody. Just because I have my plate that I prepared, this full and may look pretty to you and all of that. Now you feel like you just entitled to snatch.
Tears,
you just feel like you entitled to snatch a bone off my plate just because you look at my plate and feel like I got enough.
I got enough of me and mine.
I got enough of me and mine, and I prepared this the way I prepared it. Like I prepared it for a reason, I set it up like that for a reason. You know what I mean? And don't, like you say, count my pockets. Don't look at me.
I hate that.
Engage what you think you should be able to get out of me because of what you think that I got.
And that's what I'm saying. Being an empath, you 95% non-gullible, but when it comes to people that's close to you, you like they play on you because they know that you care about your family and you care about them not falling subject to the system and being stuck impoverished, you know what I'm saying, or however it may be. You want to help them with resources and stuff like that, but man, boy,
and he said we gotta help each other. Every other ethnicity does it. We'll never get ahead with that mentality. Right? It's a difference between helping someone and being taken advantage of.
But see, that family, they're not stealing from each other. It ain't other cultures. I bring home $600. You bring home $600. You bring home $600. When it's time to bring that money home, they all bring home $600.
I'm about to say, help me. Don't wait until I get on the court for the championship to try to jump on the court with me if you ain't been shooting with me in the gym.
Don't be doing like this. You got one hand behind your back and one out. So if you got 600, you got 600, and I'm coming with 100, and I'm like, well, here I'm giving you what I got, but I got 5 behind me. Like, you can't win like that, and that is why we lose, because when we start doing something, people get greedy, or they see, oh well, he doing this, I can do just the same shit he doing.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gotta invest in
do it in him, right?
I'm gonna tell y'all how Chinese or Lebanese, Vietnamese
help ain't always financial.
Their resources.
That's
the
true.
thing. We don't
Help
do
ain't
that.
always financial.
Let me tell you something.
Black people want everything for free from each other. They don't want to spend money to help each other build.
I'm telling
it's
you,
all a hustle. I gotta pay you. Oh, you just trying to come up off me. You goddamn right.
Like you said, help ain't always financial.
Because everybody, you don't talk that shit to every other person that don't look like you that's charging you 5-6 times what they pay for the products that you paying for.
Even if you do talk
let
shit,
me come
you
out
still
with
paying them.
Let me come out. Let me drop $100 t-shirt. You know how many black people gonna look at me like I'm crazy? Like, oh, this nigga want $100
Listen.
for a t-shirt. I get flack off of a $35 t-shirt.
Literally.
Oh, my homeboy. Why don't you go to my homeboy? You can sell them for $20. Man, come on, man.
Everything.
You want to talk you down out of every motherfucking thing. Anything that we
Everything.
got
That's disrespectful.
it is. That's fuck.
I'm
It
looking
is.
like,
Everything.
who the fuck
And
say
then they
that?
want to run a guilt trip on you and say, oh, well, then that's why how we can't come up. Because exactly that's why we can't come up, because everybody want a piece.
But don't even get mad, Mark, because people can't
It's not
compare
about
where
wanting
you
to
don't
piece,
compete.
They don't want to pay.
You can't compare where you don't compete. Let them try to compare you where they think you should be compared when you are on a whole nother plateau. You understand what I'm saying? You are doing things or have done things, you know what I'm saying, that other people ain't doing. And vice versa, other people in different fields doing different things that other people ain't doing. Just because you may put something on social media, they may think that that's all you doing, but they don't know what you doing in the background. They don't see everything that you doing to build up your platform, to build up your profile, your repertoire. You understand what I'm saying? So don't worry about where people trying to compare and all. Listen. Trying to tell you, the moon shine when
Yeah,
the
you're
sun.
right. Help ain't always financial, but if I have a cost for something that you asking me for, it's nothing that you can exchange
Invest.
to me in exchange for that.
Invest.
Don't try to come to me and
But
say,
send
"Oh,
that
well,
deposit.
I'm popular. I got a lot of people that follow." Like I've had so many people. As far as
Wasn't
the
even
radio
just
station
that,
is.
like with family, you know, a lot of people, by the time kids are 16 to 18, you push them out the door. Oh, you grown now? I can't wait till you turn 18. You grown now.
Not mine.
But see, my thing is, if you look at other families and other cultures, some kids don't leave home to 24. And they don't make them feel bad for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Literally.
it's, I want you to get you, but they have more respect for their parents, number
Yep.
one.
Got
I
to.
require excellence from you.
Yes.
What do you need? Because I'm going to help you.
That's right.
Get where you need to go. But I expect you to do this because after a certain time, you see what I'm saying? It's not, oh, you 24 in my basement playing video games. No, you're in college or you got a job or you trying to start your business and I'm going to help you. Like, these parents are so loving and supporting of their kids. And you got some
Very
parents
much so.
who don't even give a fuck. Your kids get an award, you throw the fucking award in the garbage because it's an extra piece of paper. Or they draw a picture and you throw it away because, oh, it's an extra piece of paper. No, that's their accomplishment. Whether it's a big accomplishment, small, put that shit on the refrigerator. Excuse me. Put that shit on the refrigerator. Put that shit on the wall. Get a piece of tape. Look, I ride around with my kid's picture in my car. I got my kid's shit all over the refrigerator. Like, I
Okay.
celebrate you. Even if you piss me off and I just yelled at you. And you pull an A out your book bag or you put... Good job. I put sticky
Yes.
notes on my kids' doors. You're excellent. You're beautiful.
right.
You're gorgeous. Because even when I slack it, I don't do it all the time. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. But at the same time... I do get when he say it's not financial, that's what he means. It's the support. And that's what I mean by we need villages. Instead of you saying, oh, you didn't get up and comb your hair today, let me roll up on you and come lay in the bed with you and see what's wrong with you. How about you sit in the chair and let me comb your hair for you and you can tell me about it. But people don't have patience like that. Or who got the time in their day to do it. When you really sit down and do this shit, it really don't take that much time out your fucking day, first of all. Second of all, you just saved somebody's life and now y'all both can have a great life. You understand what I'm saying? And it don't always work out like that, and it ain't gotta be necessarily that. But I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta get down on people's level and not judge them for it. Don't be like, oh my god, I gotta get down on this dirty ass floor with you. I put my sweatpants on, I'm not getting dirty. I put my painting clothes on. What you need? What you want to do? How you want to do this? And sometimes, you know, we both going through it. We gotta figure it out. But it's I ain't talking about you. You ain't gotta worry about, oh, did they leave and go say such to so and so, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. People feel judged on everything. They feel like you judging me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you say you here to help me, but you really talking about me. And so people push people away because I don't want your help because I ain't got time for all that extra shit that come with it. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that come to you under the guise of trying to help, but they really, you know, just trying to find a weak spot in your back to stab you in and shit. You know what I mean?
That's
trying
right.
to find
And
out
that's
how you're doing,
sickening.
what
That's
you're
right.
doing, and
That's
you know what I mean?
sickening,
Yeah,
though.
it's a lot. I mean,
That should be a mental illness. That should be a mental illness. That's how I feel.
I mean,
preying on
listen.
people. When you see it, and it is people like that. And it's the people that's at their worst. You got the people that just smiling, and I just.
and then they wrong because they can't find a loophole in your system to fuck you over. Now you're the bad guy.
Or it works
You
for
shouldn't
your
be that
good.
way. You shouldn't be that way. You should.
Their
Yeah,
ill
because
intentions
I can't
work,
find
and
a
then
way
you-
to. I can't find a way to take advantage of you and get over on you. So you should loosen up on your restrictions and shit, so I can get over on you in some kind of way.
I mean, man, that happened in so many different aspects. I promise you. You know, even in a relationship, you know, your partner try to, you know, feel like they can get over on you or you know, call you a diva because you ain't falling for just anything they say.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? People never can respect that you just don't believe any
They
and
try to run a
everything
guilt
that
trip
they
on you
say.
because they
Or
can't
that
fuck
I'm just
you over.
not accepting it. Not that I don't believe it. I believe you. That's cool. Good for you. But I don't want to deal with that. And people get upset or they try to force themselves on you. Well, no, we got, especially people that you know for a long time. Well, I've been knowing you for so, I don't give a shit. That don't mean nothing. Time don't mean nothing. We learned that already. Let's move on to the next lesson. Like, no, you cannot make me, you know, people try to make you feel bad for doing what's best for you. That's what it ties into.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day. Yep.
Before we get ready to close, though, we didn't definitely want to give a shout out to a special queen. She gave us, she donated us some edibles, and I definitely enjoyed them. I don't know about y'all.
Yes, they were great.
I enjoyed them. They the
great.
best in the city for sure. And her name is Mad
Definitely
Max.
one of them.
Her business is Mad Max Adult Snack Shop. You can find her on Facebook. And definitely like, share, support, check her out.
And we want to close out with a little quote: determine to rise, you know, rise above all those things and all those words that people who doubted you. Definitely we want you to rise higher, and they could even ever imagine, you understand, and prove them wrong.
Amen. See the best in your people. Every black person ain't out to get you. Amen.
That's right.
Definitely agree with you, Ken. Definitely
right.
agree with you.
Y'all have a blessed day.